Hello, and welcome to March on Faewunder, Session 0. Oh my gosh. How is that intro screen, yeah? How is that intro theme? I get so excited before when premiering new intros and new intro themes. It's very exciting. It is good stuff. Absolutely good stuff. Big shout outs to, this was definitely a team effort on this intro. Big shout out to Quille for the background art. I did some video editing for the art itself, but yeah. But the art, the core of the art was done by Quille. Logo was done by TomBag, and once again returning Jono Taylor with the intro theme for March on Faewunder. And that's a work in progress, ladies and gentlemen. So you guys are probably going to see that theme evolve over time, probably evolve by session 1. So big shout out to everyone that works on the IO art team, IO music team. It's pretty good stuff. Absolutely great. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's go ahead and say hello to everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm unmuting, and then we're gonna talk to everybody, yeah? Mike's peaking a bit, Brett. All right, I'll turn it down. Boy, I sure do love it when I have chat technicians in here. Be right. All right, let's go back in. Hello, everyone. Hello. Oh my. Very well. Let me tell you right now. It's really good when nothing panics me more than when I tell you guys I'm unmuting, and then I wait a couple of seconds. I gotta wait a couple of seconds so people wrap up their conversation, and then I unmute, and then people are still talking, and I have to scream, "I'm here now! I'm live! It's just happening! What's happening?
Did you warn us?
Everyone, shut up!"
I've been keeping up with every single one of the phase 3 stuff, and that's every episode, Brett.
Every episode. It's. My anxiety is spiking every time I unmute, and then people are still talking. And what adds on to that is I don't want people thinking I'm trying to be some diva that's like, y'all gotta pay attention to me now. I just don't want anyone saying personal shit about what's going on in their lives while they're having a nice chit chat between session, so I have to come in and scream at everyone, and I do
have a siren playing when you come in.
Yeah,
like alarms.
Yeah, I gotta just I don't want to jump scare anyone. I don't want to be rude. It's all a mess. I just do the best that I can. It's all a fucking mess. So I go on mute, I wait, and sometimes I'll say I'm unmuting, and then I'll come in after giving some time, and people will be like, "We were silent forever. What took you so long to get in?" I'm just so hi, welcome everyone. What'd you think of the intro? What'd you think of
so
the
pretty.
Gorgeous
the music?
I definitely didn't mute myself to cry.
No,
yeah, I was gonna say, there were
she
tears,
did it.
there were cries, there was laughter. It was joyous.
It was
very
wonderful.
whimsical.
There was stunned silence for a bit.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
really
Listen.
sweet.
Oh,
I
good.
really liked it.
Yeah, hello, and now you guys get to see and check out everyone that's here. That's gonna be a part of our year. Yep, I used your Twitter profiles.
Yeah,
So
thanks.
hope everyone was cool with that.
Big thumbs up.
Well, so originally, usually what I do is I'll use the I'll use the Twitch profiles because that's how you all represent yourselves as members of Twitch, and if you don't like your profile pictures, well, then maybe you should change it. It's not my fault. So, but Mark's Twitch profile was so fucking small that I was like, I was like, all right, I guess I'm using Twitter profiles now. It was like to
That's
get it to
fucking
the normal size that I normally use.
Listen.
Mark would have been pixelated to hell.
I'm a boomer, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I was
Same.
like, I need a picture from my Twitch profile.
Yeah.
Found a good one here.
Are you? Well, you're not.
360 by 360. Is that big enough?
I was about to ask if you're a boomer, but you're not a boomer. You're a boomer in spirit, as I am. So
I'm close. I'm close, but not quite.
Yeah, same. My back, same. Anyways, welcome. I'm so excited to be here with you in the brand new screen. All the setup is done. We could start session 1 right now. So what do you guys ready to go? Right? Need more time? Okay, we'll do more time. We'll do more time. Sorry.
Everyone who doesn't have their characters completely ready suddenly have a panic
I'm
attack.
going off the character.
No, it's fine. I say
Vomit.
that I say that to give you the anxiety and the emotion of what an adventurer
I
in
love
like
anxiety.
a fantasy. Yeah, same.
I have that.
Yeah,
I have that. I love
had that
having
one of
smile.
those.
I have that. I got one of those. Look. There's just it's the big 3 of when it comes to Twitch streamers: anxiety, depression, and ADD. You got
We were
one.
just talking about that.
You got one. You got all. Yo, I heard Mark talking about he got his ADD medicine, and I was just like, oh,
Day one,
my,
baby.
Him
gimme,
saying that reminded me to take mine. Just now.
gimme. Oh, I need it so
Day
bad.
1. I'm ready to go, Brett. Let's go. I've been streaming for 2 hours already.
Woo!
I'm pumped. I'm jamming in my seat.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Let's do this.
Oh my god, I need it. I need it so bad. Like
He's as we said before like you unmuted, he's countering out the fact that Sai woke up 10 minutes ago.
I mean, that's look, chat knows what to expect of Sai, and that is him waking up 10 minutes ago, turning on stream and being like, let's go gamers, and then he does his
Roll out
thing.
of bed, fucking get to my computer, let's play some fucking Dungeons and Dragons.
Let's
go.
play some games.
That was a good 60% of our Terraria streams.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I have zero
So
complaints.
maybe don't schedule Terraria so goddamn early.
Well, maybe, Sai, if you had an issue with it, you should have fucking said something. I heard no
I
complaints.
go to bed at 6
I
a.m.
heard
I'm a
zero
freak.
complaints, Sai. I heard zero complaints. I heard, yep. You, at any time, you could have been like, that's too early. Can we start later? And I would have been like, yeah, we could do that. And then
Listen,
that was
I'm
fine.
a DGen. I go to sleep at 6 a.m. I wake up at 2 p.m.
That's
I'm
fine.
a freak.
That's fine.
Just how
Why
it
are we
goes.
starting? Why are we starting this session at the crack of dusk?
You can blame the British guy for that.
No, we got to find a nice even time. It's good. A little sunlight will do you good, Sai. I'm helping you here. I'm
yeah.
building
Get
you
that
up.
vitamin D, man.
It's snowing
Yeah.
outside today.
What?
That's climate change
Yeah, it
isn't
is
real.
cold.
Anyways, let's get right down to it, shall we? I've got notes. I've got a lovely little introduction. Well, I don't have an introduction, but you guys are going to do introductions. So, oh no. So I had everything ready except I closed my notes in my Google Drive.
No.
I know.
Oh
it's-
no.
Oh no. How do I
Oh,
talk?
no.
Where are they? I've got to find them.
Where
Where are they?
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
here we are. I got the bullet points. Greet chat. I did that. Welcome to March of Faewunder. I did that. Back art. Yep, I did all that. Unmute and greet players. I did that. I did that all by myself. I didn't need a
Hey,
bullet list
checklist.
for anything. Yes. Yes.
Is
All
that
right.
a plus soundbite?
This
Is
is
that
starting
a-
to sound like
Yes.
to sound like my brother's best man speech for my cousin's wedding.
All right. Great wedding done. Congratulations.
That's exactly what he did. He had like a list of like bullet points, and like it would get to like sometimes he would get into like these like very like heartfelt like you get into like a heartfelt story, and it would be like heartfelt story check, and then like it was like embarrass the groom check,
Yikes.
suck up to the bride's parents check,
Check.
like all like that was like everything he did on that.
You're
It was so good.
releasing the secrets. Oh my god.
I'm remembering that one.
But yes, this is March on Faewunder. Welcome. This is to be hopefully a 10-session campaign. Might be a little more depending on how adventurous and explorative you guys get.
Oh yeah.
So adventurous.
I leave
Kids
that.
ready to
You think
chew
we're gonna
the
keep our
scene.
hands off of things?
Yeah, I listen. I leave that up to you. This campaign, even though it is a moduled campaign, I'm still trying to make it as free form as possible. So if it ends up being, if you got to do a shopping session or a crafting session or hey, what's over there? You know, we'll do that. That's fine. This is all you guys. You do your thing. You do your thing. So
Brett, get us on those railroads and just drive us into the ending. Just push us off a cliff.
I have a hard time with on rails campaign, not because I have like a strong stance against it, but I just can't do it. I can't like seamlessly do it, you know? It's just, I'll be like, there it is. And you're like, let's go fishing at the lake. I'm like, I guess you're going to go fishing at the lake. You know, it's fine.
Going fishing at the lake was the best thing that ever happened to us.
Oh my God! Don't remind me, Sai. My character lost his shoes because of that.
Yeah, listen.
We gave an NPC a god tier crafting material because you challenged him to a fishing contest.
It's good shit, man. It's good shit.
I will never forgive Gon.
All right. So before we get started, and I give you guys some more things to mingle over and to check out, I think some introductions are in order. So the way we're gonna do this, I'm gonna go up to down the list. Feel free to introduce yourself and who you are as a person, as an individual, and what you do on whatever platform it is you do it. And then you can introduce the character you're playing, or as much or as little that you want to talk about your character. Completely up to you, by the way. You could say, you could literally say pass, and we'll be like, moving on, and it's all good. So no pressure here. I'm gonna start with first coming player, Mark, which congratulations, you finally got out of the lifelong DM role and landed yourself in not one, but 2 campaigns.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. Why don't you, introduce yourself and the character you're playing.
Thanks, man. Yeah, so very grateful to Brett for bringing me in for this. I am normally a forever DM. I am the Dungeon Master for a D&D show called High Rollers D&D. We've been around for a good old long time on Twitch, streaming from the D&D. We're all UK-based. And you may have also seen me guesting on Critical Role in Campaign 2 as Kaliana, and doing some stuff with those guys as well as popping up in things like D&D Live and a bunch of other random stuff. Nights of Evening Star on the D&D channel, and also I wrote one of the adventures in Candlekeep Mysteries, which is one of the D&D books as well. And that's what I do. My job is to be a Dungeon Master, stream Dungeon Master for High Rollers. I also occasionally stream on my own channel, and then do a lot of writing stuff for my Patreon, where I share a lot of homebrew content and things like that, and then doing various other gigs and bits around the internet. I can't think of anything else that I should really mention apart from High Rollers D&D. If you want to go and check us out, it's High Rollers D&D on pretty much any platform: Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, podcast, all of that good stuff. And we're in our 2nd campaign now. They're like level 17. There's a ton of content. We've got loads of mini series and one shots that you can go and check out if you just want to give us a try as well. And yeah, it's just getting the word of High Rollers out there. And in terms of character, I'm still workshopping things like voice and personality a little bit, but I am going to be playing Gloria. What was her name? Gloria Glade Blossom. She is going to be, I think we settled on half Lagomon, Brett. So she's kind of like a Viera from Final Fantasy XIV, a humanoid bunny person, and she is a fighter wizard. And yeah, that's as much as I have really settled in. I'm still workshopping a few things character and personality wise. So.
I really appreciate that you're doing half, because I really want to build custom mechanics for half races, so that so we can do like not just like your standard half elves or half orcs that 5th edition kind of makes its own race on.
Cool.
I really want to design it into more of like humans and like further expanding the subrace of human, which is so essentially like a blanket rule so that you can choose human and then be any race that you want, and then you choose a trait from there, and then that's the half race. So you essentially get the wonders of being a human in the IOverse, and then whatever ends up being half orc, half human. Or I said half human. Vagabond, anything like
human
that.
and another human have
And
a
another
baby.
human.
It's a half human.
Boop.
Yeah.
I'm half human. What's the other half? Human.
Human.
Tell
Yeah,
myself.
nice. I just want the bunny ears and the tail and
You're
being
gonna
cute,
get it,
and
man.
I want to be an anime waifu. There you go. There's my character concept.
gonna
I
get
want
it.
to be an anime waifu.
Hell yes.
Weeb out.
Yeah, that's it.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
done.
Mark Holmes VTuber when?
Oh, don't, Tom, don't. If I could modulate my voice enough, I would be in so hard.
We're
but I
getting there.
can't.
We're getting
Get
there.
one day.
So hard.
Joe Fudge in the chat, by the way, half Luxodon.
sweet
Yo,
boy.
that'd be epic. I would love to do half Luxodon. Fuck yeah,
Hey,
dude.
bud.
It's giant ears and tusks, but everything else is human.
I mean, what? We haven't even gotten to Tom yet. Tom's gonna have an awesome character, but I'm just
I was
like
picturing human with an elephant.
like
I've got such.
yeah.
Go on.
No. Go on. You go on.
I was gonna say this party, from what I've seen, feels so like popular anime like cast so
Hey,
far.
man.
Like I feels
Yes.
like every isekai kind of brought together. I don't know. I've got strong anime vibes.
Hey, it's all good. We got we have a character in Curious Curios inspired by JoJo, right? Is that what it's
Nice.
called?
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost said JoJo, which is the company in Stardew Valley. So I get my things mixed up. It's all
Listen,
good.
chat knows that there's only one anime for me, and it's Gundam.
And it's when do I become a half Gundam? Yeah, no, we know. We know, Sai.
Sai wants to be a 20-foot tall Warforged.
You gotta build.
Yeah.
You gotta build up to the Gundam level. You can't.
I need to bring sci-fi into my campaign if you want to be Gundaming. That's I need to bring you in for that.
SciFri just wiggles his eyebrows right
Starts
there.
Gundaming.
Thank you very much, Mark. Kelly, also a newcomer to the world of IO. Welcome. So glad to have
Thank
you
you.
here.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you like to introduce yourself and the character
Pass.
that you'll
I'm
be
just kidding.
playing? No, that's fine. I'm
Pass
serious.
on myself. I will introduce my character though.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, look, your I just, want to make sure that I'm absolutely clear on this. Your requirement is just to be here. You do
Yeah.
whatever you want at that point. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you.
I know.
But I'm Kelly Siren. I compose music, and I also sing. I stream on Twitch. I create the music and sing on Twitch too. And I play a lot of games. And I have ideas for my character, but she's not done.
All good.
All I know is I want to play like a Southern Belle kind of character with an umbrella gun. That's what I got in my head. I got some art and everything. That Bird, like I was like meeting with Bird.
My
He was
boy
helping me come
Bird.
with character. Yeah.
Bird, which by the way I will be commissioning for your so once you get your characters done, Bird will be making you the Discord reaction images for this campaign. So you guys get to see your art in different variations along with the very talented fan artists of the IO community. So it's gonna be you're gonna see your characters in just all sorts of angles and lights, and it's gonna be absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much.
I was eyeing that one race, the engineered one, or not?
Oh
the
yeah,
experimental.
that'll be fun, and I would really like to expand upon that.
Yeah.
So we'll talk if there's like certain traits that you'd like for that race to be, since it is an engineered race.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
You can absolutely do that. Let me. You're talking about. Do you know what?
See, I never know like what all I can say. Like I don't know what's out there as public knowledge or not.
Oh no, you're. Yeah, I mean those are all good. You can say whatever you want.
Okay, cool.
As long as you're not like taking the pages and we're like, check out all these stats, and then you read everything, and then people are just typing it out like, fuck the Patreon. I got Kelly over here. Yeah. So you're talking, and in my brain's the Maki, which is again Curious Curios. Laura Shikihara plays a Maki, so it's
cool.
It's
She's awesome.
Yeah, it's a lovely engineered race. So you would more than likely be playing another sub race, so we get to build that, and that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I'll talk to you about it because
heck yeah,
I'm very sorry.
Let's go. Okie dokie. Next up, SciFri, why don't you introduce yourself and the character you're playing? All right, you got this. You got this, man.
It cracks open a cold one. Yeah. You know, a half hour after he wakes up.
Yeah.
Yo, what up? My name's SciFri. I'm a variety streamer. I do a lot of RP things on Twitch. I run a couple D&D games casually for my friends. Right now, I'm working up to a sequel campaign to my previous game called Godseekers, which is a plane hopping adventure.
Fuck yeah.
While the players are going on an extraplanar journey to try and birth new demigods into the world. Also, I am the RP director and head DM at Neon Divide, which is a cyberpunk virtual reality roleplay inspired by Shadowrun. You can find out more about that at neondivide.com.
My boy. How far you've grown. I'm so proud of you. He wouldn't even introduce himself last time. I had a...
Yeah, I called myself... Listen, here's the thing. The first time I introduced myself on Brett's stream, I stole a note from Red Letter Media and introduced myself as a professional hack fraud.
I scolded him.
And everybody got on your case for being self-deprecating.
Yeah, I was like, stop it. I didn't realize it was a bit. I was like, the fuck, Sai? This is your time to shine.
I'm a self-proclaimed internet nobody.
There it is.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. I was like, shame on you. And I was like, you were gonna stand in front of the class and introduce yourself properly. And
you're gonna talk about your projects.
That's why you're here to play D&D and sell yourself out to hundreds of thousands of people. Let's go. So yeah, awesome. Do you anything you want to reveal about your character, the character that you're playing?
Oh yeah, I'm playing a changeling. No surprise there for people.
Yeah, you are. Which did you decide on which changeling you're playing?
I haven't decided what subrace yet, though I'm leaning towards Pale Moon. Which are the IOverse changelings. They're like the alien that like come from different planets.
I talked about Pale Moon changelings very briefly to my chat. So for those that are just coming in, first of all, for those that are just coming in and hearing all these things and being like, what the fuck? Which D&D book is this out? My brain, I have so many fucking races in here. It's going wild.
The fucking best
That's why you're a DM.
And you have access to them on the World of IO Patreon.
Yeah. Well,
just reminded me of the fucking my sources that I made it the fuck up.
Well,
they will be on the Patreon at some point, though, right?
Well, yeah. So, since SciFri is choosing another changeling, I think it is time to.
I love changelings. They're my favorite race.
Get some changeling sub races on the Patreon as well. There are. Oh my God, weren't we talking about you potentially being the primate changeling?
We did talk about that because I was going to play monk, and then the idea of monkey monk was turned around.
That's fine. That's fine. You do whatever.
But,
you do whatever you want.
I'm like 50% on either Kensei monk or fighter samurai, but definitely leaning into that sort of aesthetic.
So, oh God, what? And I keep forgetting this every time. In Vampire the Masquerade, who are the ones, the Markavians or something like that?
Malkavian?
Malkavian, thank you. The sort of just very out there vampires who are like, hey, you're kind of weird. Those are Pale Moon changelings, since they have lived in darkness their entire life, and then how they are now becoming acclimated to society and civilizations, a pale moon changeling's just a little off, and because of that, they have a lot of psychic abilities that they use to, you know, continue to be a little off. So pale moon's fun. Primate changeling that we talked about, that one day, if someone is it one day, I would love it because it was made as a shit post, but I balanced it as if it was an actual.
Changelings that can only go monkey mode.
They only go monkey. They only they transform into apes. That's it, because that was based off of lovely Shane Hawk, whose changeling would just polymorph ape all the time. So I made a changeling that just said, I want to be like that. And so they don't change to anything else except ape. And then at level 7, which is the only race that has this, an ability you get at level 7, when you become a great ape, you like get advantage on concentration checks, and you could do all these bonus things as a giant ape. So it's such a weird sub race, but but yes, Pale Moon's also really good. I would love to see that as well. So I'm excited to see what.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm playing. I'm like barely. Like I woke up today and I'm like, what if I just played a different character?
That's fine. I mean, as long as you know you're playing session 1. You know, a little before then that's all that matters to me.
Yeah, also open call to any artists who want to help me with character art. Please. I need art help.
The artist horn has been called.
If you're into samurai aesthetics, hit me up on Discord.
SciFri, over on our private IO Discord, you will notice that there is a text channel below general called Character Artists. These are all people who applied to be an artist of IO. So, wags eyes. You'll see a lot of, you got a lot of options to choose from there. So,
wiggly eyebrows.
Oh my God, Kelly showed her character art progress. Time to show it in front of everyone. No, I'm kidding. Do you?
I don't mind if you want.
Do you want me to show? I mean, if you.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm sure Bird won't mind either.
I'll say I'll show whatever you guys want. So if you guys.
That's my idea so far.
Oh, heck yes.
Oh.
Oh my lord.
Let me I probably should have checked that character artist thread before I badly tried to draw mine.
No,
Yours looks
it's
so
fine.
cute too, Cooley. Yours looks so cute.
I forgot.
I can't wait till she's in color.
I'm just trying to find work for my lovely talented artists who are awesome in every way. This is the art. I guess you said Bird's
Bird did that in like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Bird's
insane.
Oh, damn.
Bird's insane. Let's take a look
so
at that.
he's still working on it.
Let's take a look at this. So this is Kelly's character.
I described it to him and he's like, "Here, this is it." I'm like, "Wow, I love it. Oh my God."
Bird's great.
So good.
So talented.
It's so Tim Burton, and I love it.
I wanted it to be a super Tim Burton.
Like Southern Belle Corpse Bride.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it's so good. And then
I love her.
And then, so thank you, Sai. Cooley, why don't you introduce yourself and the character you're playing?
Okay.
Why
did I get nervous all of a sudden?
You had 3 people in front of you. You should. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Take your time.
Hi. My name's KoolySmiley. I have been a content creator on many different platforms for 10 plus years. And I was a professional actress on stage for pretty much my whole life. I've dabbled in voice acting and dabbled in singing, but mainly now I create content on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. My emphasis is basically on mental health and horror. That's my special interest.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. It's like mental health and horror, and I'm like, what?
Well, okay, so
my brain.
A little fun science fact.
Yes.
People who have lots of anxiety tend to enjoy horror because it is something that they feel they can control in a world where they feel like they can't control anything else. So it makes sense why I fucking love horror, because I'm an extremely anxious person.
I was about to say that makes total sense, because when you watch horror, you know exactly what you're getting into, so there really is no what ifs. It's just like, I'm gonna watch horror and I'm gonna have a bad time, and I'm okay with that. I've chosen this. This is my choice. I'm gonna be spooked out and scared. Yeah, that makes total sense.
I lost my train of thought.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
gone forever.
I'm
No,
so
you're
sorry.
fine.
I do that all the time.
Also I sing sometimes and I do
You
voices.
sing so good. She sang.
Thank you.
Aw.
I do impressions as well. But anyway, I was trained in improv. Someone in this group was making jokes when we were talking before about how they love to chew the scene. That's what I love to do too. We're just gonna have lots of good conversation and character play, at least on my end. So
That's awesome.
that's my favorite part of D&D.
Yeah.
So yeah, and this is my second session with Brett, or second campaign with Brett.
Man.
So I'm excited for this.
Going all the way.
where it goes.
We're gonna start a story and end the story. It's gonna be great.
Wow.
I know.
Yay! Thank goodness.
Yeah, sometimes the roll the dice, but I got a pretty good track record so far. So we're just gonna
Yeah.
You roll dice here.
we roll some dice here. We roll some dice
Nobody
here.
told me there'd be math.
Yeah, mathers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my character.
You want to show this while you're talking about it, by the way, when you're interested?
Yeah, feel free to show that. This is a work in progress. She's in black and white right now, so this is not all the right colors and whatnot. But this is Pandora Amberose, or Pandora Amberose.
Yes. Yes.
I love it.
I wanted to pick a name that was fun to say in a really bad Cockney accent, so that was
that.
the
That is
biggest
so
thing.
good.
But also, Pandora
Hermione
is
Granger. Anyways, continue, sorry.
Also, Pandora is a bard, so and Pandora means all talents, so I thought the name fit perfectly. So Pandora is a vampire hunter.
Fuck yeah.
Who very recently became a vampire hunter. Totally not because her girlfriend, her ex-girlfriend left her for a vampire. And absolutely has nothing to do with that.
Love it.
No, I've been hunting
That's so
vampires for a solid 6 months. I haven't caught one yet, but I will.
Yes.
The whole point of my character was that I wanted to create a bard that was really bad at being a bard. So her top skill is not charisma. It's also not her second top skill. And she is very cocky and extremely insecure. Also, she's terrified of birds, which was just something I put in there as a joke. And then, like, Kelly had said she was dabbling with something with birds.
I was gonna do
know.
crows, but I changed my mind and thought blue jays instead, since I'm so southern and I know that like they're the same family. They're not like so. But I was also like,
fun.
isn't half vampire or Dampier a race?
Yes, it is.
I was thinking about that. And it would be hilarious if I had both of your like you're just like, I hate this person.
That would be so funny. No, that would be hilarious.
I was thinking about it though.
I didn't say my character's race. She looks like an elf, but I decided to go with a sub race that Brett has created. It is a Rift Elf. The reason I chose this is because Dragon Age is my favorite series of all time, and I instantly thought of Dragon Age Inquisition.
Ooh. What was in Dragon Age Inquisition that resembles Rift Elf? I never played it.
So my character was an elf, and the like whole premise of the third game is that you basically are wrong place, wrong time, and now all of a sudden you have like magic coming out of your hands, which is like which closes rifts around the world. So when I heard that, I was like, fuck, and I created my personality for Pandora kind of based around Sarah from Dragon Age Inquisition as well. It's just very
fun.
That sounds
loud, boisterous, in your face, but kind of not the smartest person around. So yeah. So Rift Elf Vampire Hunter. There you go.
And by the way, chat, the elves are on the Patreon if you want to check out to see what Rift Elf's got. So go ahead and check that out. Rift Elf, I'm excited for you playing Rift Elf because I think mechanically Rift Elf was my one of my favorite elves of the sub races that I created, because you got that you can literally create a barrier of stars around you that functions as like base armor, and then you have a mastery of the rift, which means you know how to cast magic missile and shield. So you're just a fucking badass.
And my character is basically just a witchy astrology gay, so like that just makes sense to me. It makes so much sense to me.
By the way, when you said she's bad at playing stuff, I made a note. I might wanna like give you like a trait or like a feat where it's like bad at performance checks. However, does this. So it's
yeah, I made it so that she has not great proficiency in performance, but she's good at persuasion and deception. She can trick people into thinking she's good, kind of thing.
Okay,
we'll see.
I'll think about that. That sounds like fun. All right, and then finally, last but not least, my boy, Tom. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tom.
I'm Tom. I'm Tom. I'm TomFawkes. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. I like Nintendo games a lot. Play a lot of those. Let's Play on YouTube. And as stated before, noted internet ham. The character I'm playing is one that I had a dream about. I dreamed that I played a skeleton chef named Ribeye, and I was planning on just having it be the reborn lineage race, and Brett, champion that he is, goes above and beyond and creates an entire undead race so I could play Ribeye.
Get ready.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a bard. He's a what did I go with for the subclass? College of Glamour. Because his backstory was that he was raised by a fae as a joke, and then the fae just kind of forgot about him.
Oh,
so good, so good. So chat. I was talking to Tom.
Two bards, baby.
He kept talking about this skeleton idea he had, and then just in my head I was like, I would love to have just an undead race that is literally you play as a skeleton or you play as a zombie, and it's nothing like the risen dead or some sort of, no, it's just literally you're a skeleton, you're a zombie, and then that is who you are, just period. You look like a skeleton. You don't have I'll leave it to Tom how he wants to design his character, but the way I looked at the race, it's just skeleton.
that is literally what he's gonna be. Like, the idea I had in the dream, at least, this is probably what I'm gonna go with for his actual outfit. In the dream, he was just wearing leather gloves, leather boots, a red ascot, and a chef's hat, and that was it. And that's probably what I'm gonna go for with how Ribeye's gonna look.
Oh, so strong.
I can't wait. Did you choose your habitual behavior for skeleton? There was 3. I don't know if you took a look at that.
Yeah, because of going bard, just to make it a little bit easier, because looking at some of this is kind of a challenge race. Yeah. Probably gonna go for the skeletal mage.
Awesome.
Habitual.
Yes. Yeah. So skeletons is a sub-race of undead, and they get to, and it's heavily inspired by Diablo 2 and things like that. So one of their racial traits is habitual behavior, where they choose between one of 3 types of skeletons they are. So they choose archer skeleton, soldier skeleton, or skeleton mage. Skeleton mage is fun because you essentially gain Eldritch Blast as a cantrip. But now it's called Necrotic Blast, and it deals necrotic damage instead of force damage. And you can re-roll any roll of 1 of the damage dice, and you must accept the new roll, even if it's another 1. So literally all I imagine for that is just skeleton mage being like, ah! And then casting Necrotic Blast. No talking, just big old blasts. That's all it is. So.
The way you initially described it was that you was just like, I want a spell where you're basically just throwing a bone at a guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And there's also I was thinking of that as an optional one where it's you can take away your hit points to throw a bone at someone. So there's
walk over and grab my femur.
Tom, I do want to mention, will also be playing a little hard mode for his character. We talked about this, and do you mind if I bring up this feature we're going to do for you, Tom?
Yeah, go for it.
Tom never knows what his hit points is at.
Oh.
Because he's a skeleton.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I mean, that makes
my
sense.
God. Wait, okay, so here's
I love
another
it.
question.
Yes.
As I mean, I was hoping I was a bard who would heal.
Right.
Can I heal him?
No.
He'll die.
So a
Right?
skeleton's
Oh
already
my
hard
God.
mode because they undead has a trait called Stolen Light. This trait is as follows: you cannot regain hit points from healing sources.
Oh God.
You are immune to necrotic damage, but any necrotic damage source dealt to you is divided in half, write it down, and heals you for that amount.
Oh, so
Okay.
he heals from.
He can
Yeah.
heal himself with with the necrotic blast as well. And then
No, he cannot.
Oh, no.
You do not
Oh.
gain healing from cantrips. You cannot heal
Oh.
from
Okay.
cantrips, so it has to be.
Well, he's a chef. He can cook.
He can figure it
Food
out.
heals everything, right?
Yep.
He can
Any
cook
spell-
Can
stuff.
he eat though? He's a skeleton.
Yeah,
So much hero's feast.
Undead nature, which is also the trait of the undead race, you do not
God.
require air, food, drink, or
Oh.
sleep. You still require long rest to regain your resources, though, like class abilities, hit points, spell slots. So he's
Well, damn.
he's
Don't
his
die.
own. Yeah, he's his own thing. He is.
Don't die again.
I just
Yeah.
got to make it to level 4 because there's a feat I could take that can give me inflict wounds because that is not a bard spell.
Yep. So yeah, Tom's playing in hard mode right now because
So
he's.
he'll
a-
never know how hard he is.
Wizard spells, necrotic damage. What can
Yes.
Thank you. I didn't want to influence the spell pool, but because I was just gonna say make it to level 4. Let's go.
as you-
Get the spell.
Buddy,
As you
I do
can
not
tell-
want you to be suffering.
Yeah, as you can tell, chat, this is also the first time the party has heard of all some of these
That's
traits.
fucking wild.
I guess if we're picking up his bones, like laying on the ground, we have a
Yep.
feeling he's hurting a little bit.
Well, but
Yeah.
that's also a question though, because someone's naming said, but you can heal upon rest. But does short and long rests count, even though they don't need
Yep.
sleep, or is that okay?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
Jesus
see-
Christ.
Yeah,
Thank God.
so
We're
you
just
still,
having anxiety the whole time with
so
this
you
character.
still gain the effects of short rest. You still gain the advantage of long rests. But if you want to figure out how many hit points Tom Skeleton's ever at, you have to succeed at a medicine check.
I like to imagine that he spends the
Jesus.
time resting, just making sure his bones are in the right spot.
Tom,
Be falling apart.
the good news is, as an undead in the party, they make for the perfect sentry because they don't have to sleep. They just have to
So they can
rest.
watch.
Yeah, so they can
He's
sit
gonna attack
and
us in
watch.
our sleep. I didn't know that.
Oh my God!
I didn't know that. He's gonna attack us
I
when
thought
we
we were
sleep.
safe. I thought it was some magical land of resting.
No.
Opens tent, goes into a beautiful land of restless slumber. No.
Tom, I got some bad news for you. I just checked. No necrotic spells for me.
Sorry, bud.
All right, we
Here's
going
my
full
rate
going full gamba here. I just got to make it to level 4.
Yep.
Here's the other thing. This is also my first time ever playing a bard too, so please don't rely on me either.
No.
Challenge mode.
Hey,
Let's
you're-
go.
Oh fuck.
Challenge mode. So
That
that's
people are mentioning artificer. Is that?
Oh, I thought
I
about
wouldn't say that's
Artificer.
any
I think
easier.
that-
yeah.
No.
Also-
Artificer is utility, I feel, and it's kind of complicated.
Oh, okay.
Also,
I'm a noob.
yeah, that's all good. Also, my advice, as much as I love the chat, don't rely on them for suggestions because you're gonna get a bunch of them from multiple people, and it's just gonna be like, okay, I don't know. It'll overwhelm you pretty quickly.
Many of
so.
which conflicting.
There
Yeah,
are
many of which
lots
conflicting.
of fun. There are lots of fun options for ranger now, because I know you said you wanted to like shoot from your umbrella. Like you could be a ranger. Gunslinger's cool too, but gunslinger's kind of complicated.
Yeah, I'm such a noob. I've literally only played bard, so.
Whatever it is, we're gonna have good teamwork. We're gonna get through this. And
Yeah.
Tom may die a few times, but he can come back as another skeleton. It's fine.
Yeah, if it's some super complicated class, I probably shouldn't do it right now.
Oh, no, yeah,
You guys
no.
ought to be holding my hand if I do
No,
that.
you
so.
play. Yeah, you just play you. You can. There's so many different directions you can go. Fighter's good if you just want to just be the beat stick. Ranger's great if you want a little bit of utility,
Beat
but
that
also
stick.
being a range thing.
I kind of wanted a pet blue jay.
Yeah,
Right?
it-
Like,
Artificer
Figure-
is more. Yeah, I'll say Artificer's more advanced because you do get spells.
yeah, hell no.
and
I'm noob.
yeah,
It's like a
so-
load of complicated subsystems.
I will blow us up.
Like magic items, but also spells, but then infusions, but then
Yep.
loads of other stuff you can do as well.
If
It's
you
pretty,
have a pet
pretty
bird,
wild.
I
But
know,
you-
right? You're gonna be like, why are you here? Why are you?
imagining having a pet bird and being half vampire.
I know, right? You're gonna like
Shit her pants.
you're gonna.
We also talk about the potential of the Swarm Keeper Ranger, where you have a swarm of birds.
Yes. I love this one. The Swarmkeeper Ranger is dope.
So good.
I'll just have to charm you with my personality, and you won't fear me.
Honestly,
can
my
I ask a
character would
question?
probably just fall in love with you. So it's fine.
Hell yeah!
If we get access to the animate dead spell, which allows us to raise a skeleton, can we use that to bring Tom back if he's at 0 hit points?
Oh my god. One moment, please.
Oh.
Yes,
I can
love
just tell this campaign is turning into what can we get away with?
Yeah. So the answer is yes. However,
Yes.
Tom would lose maximum hit points every time that he would
Oh,
be raised
God.
that way.
Oh, let's go!
Oh my god.
So effectively, Tom loses a hit die every time he's revived that way.
He's revived through animate dead. Because I'm guessing like raise dead might not work on him and stuff.
Oh
so.
God, no! Yeah, raise dead
Oh.
would bring him. No, if you do raise dead on him, he just goes back to whatever his previous race was, which would be extremely.
He dead.
And
Oh my God.
I would give him such.
I was planning for this actually. as well.
Listen.
Amazing. I love it.
Yeah,
No
if you do raise dead on top, yeah. Let's just
Raise
say.
Daddy's suddenly human again.
Let's just say Tom's character would not be coming back all fine and dandy from that. That's all I'm gonna say. It
Oh my God.
might be some mental fucktitude where
Yeah,
like he
makes
comes
sense.
back as a dude and just goes, I was a skeleton. Like it literally is just. There's a lot of shit.
There's a lot of trauma.
That'd be a lot to take in.
The idea too is that it wouldn't even be the same person because I was planning on having the skeleton just be a completely different thing.
Yep.
And so the person comes back and they have no idea what's going on.
Wait.
And
So
where
are
would
you?
his clothing be? I'm sorry.
No. It's. Are you saying that
Not there.
the skeleton is just animated bones, like it was never a person to begin with, Tom?
Yes.
Oh, in that case,
No. It was a person at one point. But who knows how long this thing has been dead for? When it was raised, it's not the same person.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, needless to say,
What if your leg bones are like from a different person?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Skeleton.
I'll do a thonk. I'll do a big thonk on that. I will let you know though, it's probably not going to be. I mean, it'll probably be a session of its own, bringing Tom's skeleton back to life.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be a lot to unpack. Is just what I'll say. I'll say
Basically,
about
this whole
that.
campaign is we're making sure Ribeye isn't dead.
Yeah.
You do raise dead and only like the torso, the head, and the right arm come back.
Oh my god.
At least
Yeah.
with Animate Dead, he gets to be subservient to you for a day.
I like that idea that he comes back. He has free will, but he kind of like favors whatever I tell him if I can't.
Honestly, that's a good way to look at it. So he wouldn't be subservient, but he would definitely be like
Charmed
I don't know.
almost.
I don't know what it is about you, but you're kind of pog. Honestly,
Yeah,
you're really
there's a
pogging my
certain-
bones right now. Yeah.
Man, you have a certain charisma about you. Just a lot of leadership qualities there, sir.
I would have that last 24 hours, and that feeling would fade away after a day.
So good. I love that.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun.
After that 24 hours, they're just like, wait a minute.
All right. So now that we've asked all the questions we need about Tom's character, because that's gonna be
That's gonna be a thing.
that's gonna be
love it.
fun in the sun. You guys ready to check out your virtual tabletop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then behold,
I've got my VR headset on for it already.
I
want to play D&D in VR.
I will be placing an invitation link into your chat room. Please do not share this link, as it would make me very sad, and I'd have to reset it and then kick the person out of whoever randomly started to show up.
And just like that, I have your IP address.
Just like that, I no, you don't. It's that's my server. It's not on my computer, so
It's my server.
you don't have my IP address. So neener. And then I'm also gonna go ahead and pin this, because this is the also the link. So the first link I dropped is what you need to go into the game for the first time. you will have to create an account, sign up, all that fun stuff. And then the second link I posted is just the link that you click to join the game in the future.
I think I joined already.
I'm gonna go ahead and check, but I see a bunch of cool stuff. Let me see who's
I'm
here
in.
first. I'm in.
Hello, am I in?
I see Kelly. I see Mark.
Okay.
I see SciFri. I see Tom.
Did I fuck up?
You might have. Just join game. Just join right in right away.
Yeah, where it says access game.
Oh wow, this is so different and futuristic compared to what I was using.
Oh no, I don't even have an account on this.
You get to make one.
I don't even have an account in here.
Don't have an account in it.
I've
never seen this fortune right now here. What? Right?
I love it.
Huh?
I every time I do something like that, I just look at Mark and I go, "Is that okay?"
You wait till I start doing my character voice.
Yeah.
You're all gonna be like, we don't sound like that.
Boy, howdy! I sure do love myself burgers. That's
I
mine.
hope I spelled CoolySmiley right.
You did. If you didn't, it's cool because no one's gonna see your username on stream. So
I've
Sick, nasty.
typed my own name before. I feel that.
Sick, nasty indeed. Sick, nasty indeed. Let's. All right. So, are you guys ready to check out the region that you'll be playing?
Yes.
That you'll be starting in March from Faewunder? Excellent. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna click this. I'm gonna click this. And then I'm gonna click this.
Whoa, music.
Well,
You can put stuff in. That's cool.
yeah. Welcome. Feel free to zoom out and take a look around. This is the Ustrana region, and where you all will be starting your campaign. Does everyone see the map and everything
Yeah,
like
that's
that?
so cool.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
How do I?
I'm just trying to find a way to turn it down a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Global
It is
volume
time.
controls.
Yeah, you'll be going into global
in
volume
the-
controls.
Right on the music note tab.
Yes.
Global volume controls and playlist.
Playlist. You will be adjusting that and scrolling that down. Please do not scroll the currently playing adjustment sound because that will not help you in the grand.
I'm glad you
scheme of
said that.
things.
Yeah, definitely. I
already
definitely
did.
did.
It
test
totally
that one.
controls it for
No.
that particular
It will-
sound. So
it-
when it switches to something else, it'll be blasting at you.
Yeah, it'll be blasting. So
No.
you wanna go ahead and adjust your playlist. That's it. Just your playlists.
I'm glad
know.
you said that.
Yeah, this is
Also,
what you.
how do I
Yeah.
move the map around?
Right click.
Right click, drag, and then.
Oh, this looks
scroll
so
wheel
good,
to
dude.
zoom.
Hey, oh, okay. I
clouds.
it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes, this region map was produced by Levodoom, our region map creator, who's made tons of maps already for us, really bringing the world of IO to life. So,
Feels like an MMO. That's so cool.
Very cool.
Indeed. All right, so now that we've got everyone's sounds adjusted, now I can finally play some music to really set the scene. Welcome. Welcome to the Ustrana region. Let me tell you a little bit about where you're going to be playing, where you're going to be starting things today. So,
Ew. Oh,
bless you. Chew. All right.
sorry.
No, it's all good. I'm sorry for making fun
Huddle
of it.
chill.
Chew.
Very
Sorry, I'm so
here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's okay. Someone has a sneeze. Oh, it's Sai. Yes, I was like, someone sneezes like an anime girl. It is Sai. Sai does that.
Wow, way to call him out.
Aw, poor Sai.
I've called him out live before, but I just forgot. I was like, someone has a
It happened during Terraria a couple
Yep,
times. no doubt.
several times.
Achoo! Sorry. Anyways, I'm done. I feel like I'm bullied at this point. I really do apologize. All right. Okay.
Gygax rolling in.
Yeah. So, this is the Ustrana region. Maybe I should go ahead and actually show you. Let's zoom out a little bit so you guys can see exactly where you are.
You're like doing a Carl Sagan right now. Like, come with me through the cosmos.
Come with me through the cosmos.
With me.
So, this is Io. This is the
planet Io.
This is the planet Io. This is the world that you guys are going to be a part of, playing in, over in the world of Io. 500 years ago, the planet of Io was shattered by an outsider, an interloper, who, out of sheer vengeance, blew up the planet. He was once a denizen of Io, probably thousands and thousands of years ago at this point. In an effort to seek vengeance upon its denizens, he arrived with quite literally spaceships of a power that originates from an unknown source called the Black Star. He, effectively blew up Io, and in its efforts to, which almost completely destroyed this planet. However, adventurers, heroes from the past, who have become part of a mysterious plane known as the Dietic Veil, has effectively, with intention or unintention, became gods of this planet. And by tapping into the Dietic Veil, they interfered with Io's destruction, were able to halt it and stop it. And as the alien interloper fled, believing the planet to be destroyed, these deities came forth and protected Io, creating this center over here, which is effectively the actual core of the remnants of the planet. All of these chains now connected to the various blown up sections of continents, now referred to as arcs. And with this, it allowed people to realize that, oh my God, gods exist. Worship was about to commence, and the gods at this point, the gods revealed themselves from the Dietic Veil in the hopes to tell people, yo, we don't want worship, we're one of you, you know? We're people like you. But we've learned how to tap into powers that seem to be godlike in nature. And because of this, we can show you. We can teach you. And that allowed Io to advance into this almost magical fantasy-like futuristic technology known as shard tech. Shard technology is a great way to look at how you enjoy modern-day conveniences. There is electricity and power. There is modern comforts, like, the equivalent of air conditioning. There are various vehicles that are able to allow you to travel easily across the continents, allows to travel the skies, and even allows you to break through the orbit and explore space. But that is for another time. We're starting small, and you will be starting in the continent of Northern Ishtar. Now, Northern Ishtar has had some histories before the Shattering. Over 1,000 years ago, before the Shattering happened, you'll notice that there's a Southern Ishtar, Northern Ishtar. Ishtar was but one continent, and after its shattering, its climate had drastically changed. Northern Ishtar, now a more tropical region, Southern Ishtar becoming this more winter wonderland, this absolutely cold area. And you will be in Northern Ishtar. I'm giving you guys a lore dump, by the way, so if there's ever too much, let me know.
It's awesome.
I'm stunned by how cool it looks. Yeah, I might have to go back and listen. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's funny you said dump because I just shit my pants.
That's what I hope so. I'm like, please, one player shit themselves when I explain the lore.
Honestly, I could just listen to you talking about your world. Like, it's so fucking rad.
Oh yeah, with
dude.
this music and stuff.
Like, oh my God, the sheer like amount of like depth into it, and like the amount of passion that you go into it with is just like is enchanting.
So cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, enchanting is the word. Yeah, I
Thank
love
you.
that. It's so good.
I mean, this world has been in the works for years now, so it's continued to build up and continue to do that. So I'm glad I appreciate that. I'm really glad.
Oh man,
about that.
should be very proud. Very
Thank
proud.
you.
I feel blessed.
All right, so before I blubber like a baby, I'm going to go ahead and continue. Yes, you guys are in northern Ishtar. Before I was shattered, the northern section of the continent of Ishtar had moderate temperatures, with mountainous peaks and old dwarven fortresses, which functions as academia for spellcasters, martial artists, and assassins alike. Now, northern Ishtar, separated from its southern section, hosts many tropical climates and dormant volcanoes. While society has built several large cities on this arc. Arcs, by the way, are the names of the separate continents, since if you look on the map over here, you may or may not have seen it. You'll see that the land masses are split. There is sections of this, which is water and ocean, and then sheer cliffs, which literally just drop you off into space. So now so these continents are literally they're referred to as the arcs of Io, because this is where this is where the living remain. This is where it all exists at this point. So you are on the northern Ishtar arc, just so you are aware of the terminology of all that. My
character's also scared of heights. Anyways.
Oh, yeah. So don't go to the edge, Smile, or you're gonna look down and be like, yeah, that's yeah, flat Earth, unfortunately. Well, when you look at Io, it still is spherical around in nature, but it's all just shattered, So it's just these floating chunks that are chained together by the core of Io. Southern sections host many tropical climates, dormant volcanoes. While society has built several large cities in the arc, a lot of its regions of northern Ishtar still remain dormant, with ruins and historia scattered across its landscape. In the region of Ustrana, which is where you guys are going to be playing in the past, when I was whole, Ustrana was a small part of what was the Orcish kingdom of Mebuhan. These orcs were working to essentially build peace with their humans and elvish brethren in the kingdom of Brisbane. However, once Io was shattered, all remnants of these kingdoms were wiped out. Now among its dense trees exist countless ruins from Mebuhan, which you can actually, if you look around the map, you'll see there are just scattered ruins everywhere. This was of a previous civilization. And you'll actually notice as you look around, there really isn't a lot of current active towns except Lindau, which is over here. But everything else is just dense forest and woods to explore with just ruins scattered all over the place. So it does make Ustrana not only sort of this kind of like, it's an untapped area of this. So yeah, there was that. Some of which, so now among its dense trees exist countless ruins of Mebuhan, some of which are said to be inhabited by interlopers from different vales of existence. Vales, by the way, is Io's version of planes. So to kind of like go into that, how there's like in D&D lore, there's like the astral plane, the ethereal plane, the fire plane, and et cetera, et cetera. Vales are called vales because they are different planes of existence. However, they are typically warped by whatever is within the prime plane itself, which is where you're at. The prime plane is the material plane in Io. So if you were to go into the astral veil over Ustrana, that astral landscape will take on the characteristics of the region of Ustrana, while still prevalently being the astral veil. So there's different veils of existence, and that is what Faewunder is. Faewunder is a veil that has recently been discovered of phase and nature, and that has been veiled. That too is veiled over Io. So you guys are starting not only in this region, but session 1 will be taking place in the city of Lindau. Lindau was built on the northern side of the Ustrana region, hoping to be a connection point between Ustrana and the rest of Io. Lindau quickly established itself as a port town, an ancient way of thinking before the time of shard technology that allows individuals to sail the skies between the shattered continents known as arcs. Keeping to this tradition has allowed Lindau to be primarily be an export of exotic and plentiful sea life, granting a steady food source to the rest of the northern Ishtar arc. Lindau has continued to develop Ishtar technology given by the leaders of Northern Ishtar to allow this town to have a steady source of power and comfort. People here know of little strife, and as long as those who trained for the life of a voyager, which is Io's version of adventurers, don't venture far into the forest, people, for the most part, stay within the walls of Lindau. Now, good news for you on Session 1 is right off the bat, there is a traveling festival that has finally arrived to the city of Lindau. This festival comes to Lindau once every 5 years because it is a traveling festival from all around Northern Ishtar, even all around Io. It is known as the Skagzag Extravaganza. It is a celebration of performance as well as the arts. This festival is a grand celebration of those who have a passion and talent, of those who wish to leave their mark on Io through entertainment. Voyagers and citizens alike all gather at Lindau's center of town for food, diversion, and test of skill and mettle. And that is where Session 1 will begin, in the middle of this festival. You guys will have a chance to have a chance to introduce your characters for the first time. The general understanding is one way or another you have a general. You all are generally either from Lindau or you're voyagers that are passing through Lindau, and you have slowly become acclimated with each other. You're not necessarily you don't have to necessarily be close friends, but an association in order. I don't know how Tom will have arrived here, but that's definitely something we will have a discussion with. Session 1 is all about celebration within this festival, and because of that, there will be a lot of fun tests of mettle that you guys will be able to achieve, and maybe if you earn enough credit, enough Skagzag credit, you may even be able to gain magical arms and armaments as rewards for successfully completing these tests of mettle before your adventure begins. Now, with that...
Oh my god, you're doing a chrono trigger on me.
You're
doing a chrono trigger. We're having the Millennial Fair. You get to grind the robot to get free XP.
Yeah, if I will say... yes, that is a fair comparison. That if you would like to compare with the Chrono Trigger where you kind of get the points and buy some stuff and things like that, yes, technically, we are doing a Chrono Trigger. So you guys will have a chance to meet each other. There'll be plenty of entertainment, fun, and games. And yeah. What were you going to say, Kelly?
Oh, I just said cool. I'm just freaking out.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are enjoying yourself. I'm glad you guys are excited about this.
Yeah, this is super cool.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
feel like I'm gonna be really immersed the way this works, because I don't know, just the way the maps are and stuff.
I hope so.
Amazing.
Yeah, big
Just the
shout.
depth of the world.
That too.
I mean, big shout out. I mean, it's IO. I always felt had some depth. We were always building upon it, but because of our fortune and the fact that IO has been doing well, we've been able to expand upon like artist budgets and things like that. And because of, honestly, big shout out to the artist team. Levodoom, who's in chat, has really helped bring this world to life, so that I, as a DM, I can be like, I see it now, and because of that,
That's so cool.
I can finally be like, yes, this is what everything is. This is really exciting.
I feel like I'm about to jump in and be able to play it on this map or something. It's just like it feels like an MMO or something.
Yeah, so typically the way it is, just to set expectation, the way that I've been doing it for Phase 3 is when you're not in anything that requires like tokens to be specifically on like a battle map of some sort of time, we will typically be on a region map. Once we go into things like battles, or if there's actual dungeon exploration, that's when we will go into like its own dungeon maps. But when it comes to this, I find it's been well to just explore the regional map. There's so many things that you can do with that. So we will be hopping between that, and there is so much more to reveal. And of course, after session 1, the festival will it'll go splendidly. Nothing will go wrong, and we can
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Be some kind of incident that spurs us onto an adventure.
Yeah, this is gonna be a 1-session campaign all about the festival in Lindau. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful.
Yeah. No
Gonna
heroes
open a
call.
portal to another astral or to another veil. How did that happen?
Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry.
What is this? The journey to Faewunder?
Don't worry about it. That's you can think all you want. I'm gonna surprise you. Maybe, I don't know. All right. So now that I've explained the region, the world, what to expect for the first session, any questions up to this point?
I have a world lore question I would like to ask.
Yes. I will hopefully have
okay.
Yes, please, absolutely. I will hopefully have an answer for it.
Is there like an organization or a group or a temple or something like that like would band together like scholars and archaeologists, specifically if they have like a magical skill set? 'Cause I'm thinking like I want Gloria to sort of be maybe like an archaeologist or a history scholar or something like that, and like having her part of an organization maybe.
Absolutely. So I don't have a name for that yet.
Yeah,
so
no, that's fine.
I will have one for you when we before session 1. So that gives me something to work on. Right off the bat, though, I would say there probably wouldn't be one centered around all of IO, because even though IO has become shattered, because of shard technology and effectively the ability to tap into the Deetic Veil. To increase powers and technologies, that has caused quite a boom in population. So there would probably be various what's the word I'm looking for? Shoot, not quarters, not sections. Provinces. No. So essentially, yes, they're such an archaeologist like guild would exist. Chapters. Thank you so much, Chad.
Okay.
There would be various chapters, so you would be part of the Northern Ishtar chapter. I will let you know that
sounds great.
That the chapter here in Lindau would be the most this is where they are. This is where the Northern Ishtar chapter of that is.
Cool. So they're based here, kind of thing.
Yeah. I wouldn't say they're based here. They'd probably be based in whatever the capital city of Northern Ishtar is, and we're still developing all of that. And this isn't the capital. Lindau is the point of quote unquote civilization here in Ostrana.
Gotcha.
So this is where, because there is so much untapped resources, there's so many ruins and relics and artifacts and things of that nature here. There would probably be a very heavy interest in having a group here to seek that out, to explore and learn more of this orcish kingdom that was once here over 500 years ago, and to record that down into the annals of history. I was afraid to say it's not anal, right? That's not it.
Yeah,
Annals of history.
Annals. You're right.
Is it annals?
Yeah.
Is it annals?
Annals.
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 It's annals.
It's annals. It's annals.
What kind of lore is in your world?
Yeah, I just want to say
There
that a
are
lot.
some anals that make it into the annals of
Indeed.
history.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
And some people are
Everyone
anal
has
about the
one of
annals of
those.
history.
I mean, honestly, I just wanted to say it a lot, so you guys would say it a lot, so someone would clip it, and they'll just label it anal, and then that's it. Everyone's
Anal,
just
anal,
talking
anal,
about
anal, anal, anal.
Yeah.
Annals of history.
You ever look up
Annals
the
of
history of
history.
anal? Or
Yeah. I mean,
Can you tell us? Is it part of your lore?
I mean, it exists. It absolutely exists. So it's all good.
Anyway,
So yes, the annals of history, which
Nice.
would be so that you were able to record that for that, because I mean, once IO's shattering, it's not only did you have to rebuild civilization and the world and move on to the next chapter, but you there's so much history that's been lost. You know what I mean? So you actually have to record it all again and create that all again. So
Yes.
indeed. All right. So with that, any other questions?
How are people in town about necromancy?
It's an art. It's fine.
Okay.
No one's really against it.
You're already not sure if you're gonna die. How like?
But
when
yeah,
you're
I'm
gonna
wondering
die.
if they would raise an eyebrow at a skeleton just walking through town.
There really isn't a lot of probably the only place that has like that may have zealotry still would be over in Alabastar.
Okay.
So you like all the way on the other side of the world. So Alabastar still has a little bit of zealotry, I suppose is the best way to describe it. There's a lot of pious people that are still there within the regions of Alabastar because of its history. Wiggles eyebrows at SciFri and Tom. So
I was gonna say, unrelated to this campaign, where would New Haven be on that map?
Well, we're
Probably gone. I imagine it's gone by now, but
I do not have an answer to reveal at that time.
okay.
You could say that the people near New Alabaster are a little more faithful than others.
Wiggles eyebrows, but it definitely has brought upon. While a majority of the world does have general temples for what I would describe as just general meditation and worship, a lot of the gods did not want to be worshipped. Notice I said a lot, but the temples are there more to provide comfort. It's a little bit of spiritual healing. But Alabastar still kind of has some zealotry there. Nothing too extravagant, but there's definitely some strong beliefs within the gods, within the higher powers. But yeah, there's no wags fingers about necromancy. People have kind of have bigger shit to worry about. Yeah.
Is there any way any of us would have been alive enough or long enough to have like been there when shit cracked? No. Okay.
No.
Cool.
That was over.
And not our family members either.
So as a Rift Elf, more than likely you may have not even originated on Io. The Rift Elves are in all intents and purposes aliens of Io.
Nice.
And they've only
Elliot.
all good. They've only began to reveal themselves to the citizens of Io because Io has reached that level of technology where the Rift Elves, their quote unquote interference would not destroy the balance of natural growth, which is what these elves believe in. Rift Elves and families of Rift Elves are live in hidden pockets in outer space that are sadly hidden even to you and to those that have been born upon Io. It's really just kind of more of a the homelands of the Rift Elves are extremely secretive. So probably at most there are ancient Rift Elves that if they do exist, if they are still around and do know of this area, they would have either left. If those that have decided to stay on Io would have purged their memories of such location, and yeah. I will answer this one question in chat, and I want to open this up for a general Q&A from chat. Don't regular elves live that long, or is Io different? Because of the shattering and because of the now connection with the Deatic Veil, elves in general are more attuned to different elements than humans are, and other mortal races. Because of that, these elves and subraces are elves are primarily composed of what their surroundings are. So Rift Elves, for example, live in the Frostlands, typically in Southern Ishtar, and because of that, do have a more cold demeanor, cold blood, sort of like an icy skid, and it's because they are more attuned and acclimated to the icy area. Rift Elves have more like little purplish blue features. Face may sparkle a little bit, and that's because they originate from space. So they emulate the galaxies that are surrounded by them. And the High Elves, which are your standard typical elf, are attuned to Io itself. And since Io itself is attuned to the Deatic Veil, they The best way they are like a flash in the pan, essentially. So now elves, which used to have they still have long lives, but they don't live 700, 800 years like they used to. They more live like 300 to 400 years. And more than likely any elves that would have went through the shattering would have probably passed because of just the absolute dramatic change to their environment. It would have been devastating. So any elf that would have survived that more than likely would have gone mad. So yes, that to answer that question, you would not have been around, and any family members you have that are part of that would not have been around. And if they are living in Io, would have purged their memories of the homelands of the Rift Elves, because now they have made their place here. Hope that was a good answer. Sorry if that was long-winded.
No, that actually was really helpful.
Awesome.
More lore.
I've been trying to figure out like backstory stuff. Like obviously I have the shit with my ex-girlfriend, but like I was like, what do I do with my parents? What do I do? Like I that helped a lot. So
there's a couple of ways your parents could live on Io with memories of the Rift lands purged, or they left the planet. So I will leave that up to you to decide what you'd like to do with that.
They did a poochie.
They just went bye-bye, and they peaced out. All right.
The one elf that like didn't purge their memories, and they're just seen as like a madman. I seen it all. I saw it. I saw the shattering of Io. The gods themselves emerged from the heavens and linked us back together.
Yep.
Here comes old Tanaviel again. Just ignore him. Just, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
And that's what it is. Yeah, it absolutely would have just been that shake, you know. Humans, not to be biased, tend to be survivors. So the humans, the gnomes, the dwarves, all of them managed to gather together and rebuild. The elves, just their lives, they didn't like go crazy or like, I can't take it, I'm so sensitive. But because of their attunement with their surroundings, were just ravaged. Like if they survived the shattering, they did not live for long, as their entire being just became twisted at that point. So.
Interessant.
Cool.
Yeah, so elves kind of have a bit of a darker history, unfortunately. Oh, and then we also have umbral elves, which come from the Shadow Vale. The Shadow Vale is a very bad place, by the way. It is essentially a twisted purgatory of the original denizens of Io before. This is essentially round 2 of life. Where round 1 was completely destroyed because of primal events that were very unfortunate to the Astari race. But when they were decimated and severed from Io, their physical forms went to the Astral Vale, where most of them died off, and their spirits, who their whatever you would like to call that, was cast off into the Shadow Vale, where they were sealed away, locked into this twisted purgatory, and madness overcame all of them. And then they were reborn once they broke through the Shadow Vale as the Devil race of Io. So devils come from the Shadow Vale, and they are all they've all lost something. They've all have lost and twisted and turned something into that. Before the shattering 1,000 years ago, and the end of phase 2 was the battle against the Shadow Lords, where 3 of them broke through in an attempt to reclaim Io for the original race, the original denizens of Io. And those 3 Shadow Lords were Ashura. Jubilex was actually flat out killed because of the heroics of people.
Just gonna high-five Sive over here.
And of course, the Lord of Maul, Asmodeus, was cast back into Shadow.
Imagine not killing your void boss. Imagine.
So Asmodeus and Ashura were cast back into the Shadow, and the Shadow is still a threat today. But that's that's a side thing. That's a side piece of lore. People are listening, so I'm going all into it.
I have a lore request.
Yeah, the Shadow Veil was fun.
Yeah, Shadow Veil is not good. Yes,
I have
Si?
a lore dump request.
Yes.
Give me like the full rundown on like changelings and IO.
Okay. I can actually do that for you because I think I was being I don't think I told you anything about them before. So changelings, or at least the first iteration of changelings in the second phase, were an unknown race that just showed up on Io. And they were unknown because they didn't even know they were changelings. They didn't know who they were. They were just people who had always been there, quote unquote, and lived their lives. The unfortunate part was all changelings were actually a sort of a sleeper soldiers, almost sleeper assassins, in service of an entity, the sort of like eldritch entity known as Cosma. Cosma created this subsection of changelings as to fight against the living. And once they were awakened, they became agents of Cosma to fulfill a task that was given to them. Now, the good news is Cosma, which, by the way, as a description of what Cosma was, if you looked up to the sky once the sky at one point was simulated. It was fake, and no one knew that. After a large cosmic battle against what was against an entity known as Cosmicara, which was known as the Space Baby because it literally was an unborn baby with astral horrifying powers. Once it was killed, it tore a hole in the sky, and the true orbit was shown, and everyone saw in horror what appeared to be the shadow of this giant corpse that was floating in space. And that was Cosma. It was this massive body that was inactive. And at one point in time, unknown to all, the body just left. It's no longer in the sky. And that was Cosma. And when Cosma left, its controls against the changeling race left with it, was removed. So changelings gained their freedom back. And over time, this has been 1,000 years at this point, have begun to keep their mind theirs. In fact, I believe there was one subrace of changeling that continued to focus on that, so they have advantage in like charm effects and things of that nature. And 1,500. So 1,000 years ago is when the phase 2 of Io took place. 500 years ago was the Shattering. So 1,000 years ago was the Shadow War, Cosma's leaving, and 500 years ago was when the Shattering of Io happened. So there's a lot of jumping around here. Absolutely. They some changelings have fortified their minds, and that's pretty much all that's really known about changelings, because it's like, well, did Cosma create did Cosma create the changelings, or were the changelings already existing? Because there's all these different subraces of changelings that have come from all around the galaxy. So there's still a lot of unknowns when it comes to the lore of the changeling race.
I think I'm locked into a subrace.
What you got?
I think I'm going elusive change.
Ooh. That wasn't even on the docket.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Which is
we were between alien and monkey.
Yeah.
So
what is the elusive one?
The elusive changeling has allowed themselves to expand their. So like changelings are able to do like shape shifting and things like that. They are able to expand their powers of changing shape into the material world, to like outside of themselves. So because of that, they're masters. They are they're masters of illusion magic. So as for example, as a cantrip, they get minor illusion. They eventually learn silent image. They're able to deceive and do everything like that of the outside of themselves. In addition, they also gain. I'll have to change this. But they gain the deception proficiency. And yes, they're good stuff. So where it says when you make it a subject check, you may add a D4. That's going to change to you gain the deception.
Just proficiency with
proficiency in deception. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. More than likely, I might change the elusive changeling and add some stuff around. If anything, it might be deception, or it might be if you gain deception, you'll gain expertise in deception. All sorts of stuff. But yeah, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, technically 4. There are 4 different types of changelings. So that's cool. That's awesome. That wasn't even on there, and you decided on one. That's really fucking cool. Any other questions? I'm proud of myself. I feel like I'm doing a good job here. Am I doing all right?
Nailed it, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm absorbing.
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Dampier is a race, right?
Yeah, you can be a Dampier.
Okay.
Dampier's a race. Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
I don't.
No, yeah, you can. You can absolutely be a Dampier.
Okay.
Okay. Joe Fudge is a Dampier in Deadbeats.
I'm guessing between now and session 1, Brett will sort of figure out the details of like certain races, like the half Lagamon and like any sort of other bits and pieces.
Yeah. That'll be
Yeah.
acclimated. I'm gonna work on that this weekend, so that way you guys have plenty of time. Make sure it still works for you. If you don't like the race that it is and you decide you want to change it, we can go with that. So
is it like a D&D race? I didn't even know.
a Dampier? Yeah, Dampier's a D&D race.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like looking at your race page.
We were talking about I think like the half Lagamon. We were also talking about the elusive changeling for the SciFri. I want to make sure that that's fully updated, because those were just rough drafts, and I need to make sure that they are, now that I have a better handle of like creating race, make sure that that one
Oh my god.
works.
Yeah.
So sorry for all the burps.
This is the first one I've heard, so you're okay.
Thank God. I think I've burped like 5 times. I don't know. Anyway.
All
The
right.
reason I pick
Okay.
Elusive Changeling is because I saw that they get mirror image at 3rd level,
Nodders.
and there's a boss in Elden Ring that does a thing that is sort of like very like aesthetically cool, with like clones of themselves essentially that they throw out. I kind of want to replicate that as like the effect of mirror image.
So you'll get minor illusion, silent image, and since we're starting at 3rd level, Wiggle's eyebrows, you'll also have mirror image.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lock in Kensei Monk as well.
Epic.
Oh man, Kensei Monk with mirror image. That's awesome.
Epic.
Horrifying.
Epic,
Love
epic, epic. Any other lore questions before we move on? Excellent. Perfect. All right. There is but one more thing. So I will have to go deep into the past for this one. We're talking thousands of years when Io first began. So back in the day, Io was ruled over by 2 gods, Div and Void, effectively god of life and god of just nothing. Because of this, people, the ancient yesteryear, would find themselves attuned either to Div. If they were attuned to Div, they were known as Radiant. If they were attuned to Void, they were known as Void Touched. But because a lot of time has passed and a lot of paragons have also passed, Radiant and Void Touch have become an extremely rare thing, but they still exist, even if in a minority. And that is what we're going to find out right now with all of you. So let's talk about this real quick. So in the world of Io, former gods Div and Void have long since been woven into the tapestry of history. While Div and Void's influences are but a dwindling story now, there are still a rare few attuned to their mights, the Radiant and the Void Touch. You may still have a lingering influence. Let me go ahead and give you guys a little breakdown. Everyone will be rolling a d20 when I say so. If you roll a 20, your character may be considered Radiant or Void Touched. You do not have to accept this. If you get a 20 and decide that's not for me, you don't have to make that a part of your character. You still have the freedom to do what you want. I don't want to force any traits upon you if it doesn't tell the narrative of your story, but you will have the option if you do roll a 20. You do also, no one's asked this, but I just want to make sure it's clear that if you get a 20, you can't be like, oh, let me give that to someone else. You either accept it or refuse it. Those who are Radiant or Void Touch will have some cosmetic and non-combat effects of your choice, and we will discuss that. Of the 3 campaigns we've done of 17 people, only one has become a Radiant or Void Touched. Juniper became Radiant, and her effect is that when she rages, her tattoos illuminate with this light of the radiance that is within her. The only, because you work on a stat array with your characters, 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, and 8. The Radiant Void Touch has a different stat array that they can choose. That stat array is 16, 14, 13, 11, 10, and 8. Effectively, your 15 becomes a 16, your 12 drops down to an 11. So, at this time, I will ask each player to roll. I will let you know who rolls who, or who rolls when, and then we're going to see right now if we have anyone who is Radiant, Void Touch, or remains in the neutral, in the back.
Big money, let's go.
I'm a noob.
Well, we're gonna start. We're gonna go up and down. So, Mark, go into your chat log and type /roll space 1d20, and we shall see.
Here we go. 1d20.
Ooh.
15.
Nice.
So you will remain in the balance. Kelly, it is your
15.
turn.
All right. Oh God.
All right, that's fine.
Hey, it's a high chance.
It's a
15
very
plus 5
high
is
shot.
20. We got it.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, we're together. We are
Between
20.
the two of them.
SciFri, it is your turn.
Okay, here we go.
This is
Big
exciting.
money, no whammies.
Okay. Cooley, it is now your turn.
Okay.
We are one.
And here
Look,
comes
you were destined to be.
here comes the hilarity. Tom. All right.
Damn, Mark stole our.
Wah,
So
Can I tell y'all something so weird too?
Yeah.
I rolled a real d20 in real life and also got a 5.
Wow.
it was meant to be.
So
Weird.
even though there isn't anything unique to tell of your characters yet, it will be up to your deeds that will tell you something spectacular and wonderful. But
Fine,
unfortunately,
I'll get my cool power the hard way.
but unfortunately, being Radiant or Void Touched will not be a part of your story. Okay.
How many
I
have
was hoping
gotten
my
that?
character would be ordinary, so
One.
it's fine.
One?
Just one.
And your whole all of your. Wow.
And in 22 people now, only
Damn.
one has become
Ew.
what's been that. Juniper.
Listen, we have a skeleton.
That's on. Yeah, that's
We do
true.
have
We
a
have a skeleton.
skeleton.
Who cares about
we have a
divine
vampire hunter.
or dark aesthetics? We have a skeleton.
It's yeah, it's meant to be an extremely rare thing. So it,
Yeah, that's really cool.
yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
I like it.
Yeah,
There's a nice bit of
yeah,
excitement
yeah.
as well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
very
like that. I
exciting.
like having to roll for chances like that.
Oh, I do a bunch of wacky shit. It's all good. So, I already told you about this, but you will have access to crafting proficiencies. Fortunately, we won't have to worry about that during session 1. Session 1 will just be your characters on default, and we will introduce crafting trade skills and proficiencies later on within your campaign so as not to overwhelm you. I also have an announcement, deedle-deedle-dee. So originally, we have a system called Shardstones. So in place of the +1 that you would get for your race, you would choose a Shardstone. I have recently decided, and I'll be going back to all the characters, that you will instead get to choose the +1 as you normally do. So when you are making your character race, you will be doing a +2 to a stat, +1 to a stat, or +1 to 3 stats of your choice. I will let you know, shard stones still exist. They function as a sort of talent point system. So you will be able to purchase shard stones or find shard stones, as each of you can attune to 1 shard stone. Shard stones have a variety of different abilities, including +1 to an ability score of your choice. It could be things like 5-foot movement speed. It could be advanced concentration saving throws, all sorts of things. You will find recipes along your way that will also allow you to combine certain lesser shard stones into major shard stones, which will give you a whole boost of power. To kind of give you a little acclimated thing, every lesser shard stone is typically a trait of a feat. And if you combine all the traits of a specific feat, and you have the recipe for it, you can transform 3 shard stones into 1 and fit that in your attunement slot. So it's a wonderful, or your shard stone attunement slot. So it's a great way to have some flexibility with your characters, and while changing things around. So if you ever get yes.
Does Shardstone attunement take one of your normal attunement slots, or are they separate?
They are separate.
Okay, cool.
They are a separate attunement slot, and you get more as you level up. You may get a second Shardstone attunement slot. We will see.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a special attunement slot that's extra just for shards.
Nodders.
Love it.
That is correct. Lots of freedom, lots of flexibility with that.
Ooh.
And like I said, you don't have to worry about crafting or cooking right now. The trade skills, as I told you, blacksmithing. Sorry, my brain died. Blacksmithing, alchemy, mage right, engineer, and cooking. So. But we will worry about that another time, as you have so much to do already in the creation of your characters. So,
I'm gonna be in your DMs. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna be asking a lot of questions.
That's fine. Ask away. I will answer them to the best of my ability. Okay. So, yeah. That's it. That's all you got to worry about. So, any questions right now? No? No burst?
I don't think so.
Well, then,
No.
I think...
No.
Nar. Someone mentioned we might have...
Narp?
I gotta...
Narp.
I gotta do an investigation here.
Yarp.
Oh my...
Yarp.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. How do we
Larp.
already have fan art?
Yeah, I saw it.
What?
We
So
already...
cute.
No way.
We already...
Where?
We already got fan art over on the IO Discord. You guys can join too! !IO and join our Discord. Wow. Wouldn't do it better if I had planned it that way. Thank you very much. I will show you. I will show you. Uno momento. This one.
Nice.
All right, so let me go ahead and show you guys, so that way y'all can see together.
Yes.
Yes.
I have it in the...
Mm-mm.
I have shared the screen. All right. So,
God.
okay. Cooley,
Okay.
I'm gonna show you. Don't peek now. Don't peek now.
I already peeked. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry.
You're opening your crisp.
Falling.
You're
Like
opening
the child peeking at
I'll
his
pretend I
Christmas
didn't see it.
presents.
Yeah, it's
I
like
did
you're
that
you're
as a kid.
open-
by the
yeah,
way.
you're
Cute.
opening your Christmas presents.
Damn.
Check this
Oh
out.
my god.
So good. So good.
Amazing.
Labeled I love her already. Excellent.
Aww.
Oh my god.
This one's labeled
Aw.
She's cute. Thank you, Namerino.
I love the eyes.
Yeah, she looks so sweet.
And then we've got this one. Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
I was holding.
That might be it.
That's my mace. The frying pan.
Another thing I want to let you know, Namerino likes to do chibis of everyone, so I'm very excited to see the chibis that
Oh, we're
Namerino's
so
gonna draw
cute.
of everyone.
Look at us.
Face.
I love the
how
little face.
small the faces are.
Hey,
So cute.
hey, SciFri, what the fuck you doing here, bud?
It's my character concept. you
Drawing
know?
fan art of your own character? I mean, I'll allow it. I'll allow
Yeah,
it.
I gotta send the artist something.
Yeah,
Reference
Got a
art.
point.
yeah. But one more surprise. Here you go, Tom.
Aw.
Yes!
Yes.
Oh my god.
I have no idea what voice I'm gonna give him. I feel like Skeletor is the obvious choice, but that's the obvious choice.
You know, you want to do a papyrus voiceover.
He-Man.
That's pretty much what I imagined.
You're the gracious bread.
That's it. That's the one. That's the one.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Let's do Gordon
I feel
Ramsay or
like
something.
Kelly and I's characters are giving Princess Bubblegum and Marceline vibes.
Yeah.
and I'm
Fuck yeah.
fucking here
Especially
for
that
it.
chibi
So
one.
cute.
Yes.
I was
my God.
I was looking down and I was like, hey, well, that was a good 50-minute pre-session. No, this was a almost 2-hour session 0. So
Oh yeah, that went by fast. This is fun.
yeah, hopefully all the other sessions will go as swimmingly. So we discussed a date. Are we still good with that date? That date, of course, being May 11th for session 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a good catch that you repeated the
Believe
date because I
so.
did not remember it.
I know, that's why I repeated it. I never want to
Wait,
assume.
hold on. What was the date?
I
Just to
totally
double
remember.
check.
May
The 11th.
11th, and then we will
I have
be-
it in my calendar.
and then we will be meeting pretty much every week at that point, except for the final week of the month, the final complete week of the month, which is when I take a mental week off from D&D so I can reset my brain
That's
good.
good. You
Yeah.
should. That's good.
You
Yeah.
gotta reset that brain good so you can think good, perhaps.
Speaking of break,
Perhaps.
You sure do.
Sometime your brain don't do you good solids.
Technically,
Do me a favor, Brett, and do that so that you can DM to your bested abilities. Thank you.
That's the plan. Technically, this week is my D&D week off, but session 0s don't count
Oop.
because it's so
It's just a
easy.
lovely chat. It's just
Yeah.
a lovely chat with
It's
friends.
Just, it's just a lovely chat with friends. That's the way I run my D&D games. It's just hanging out with your buds, playing some D&D. And that's what that's honestly what it's all about. That should be a positive experience for everyone.
Oh my god, I have buds. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, bud.
You got buds, Cooley. You got buds.
Hey guys, we're buds.
We're
Yeah,
buds.
It's
We're
been so
buds
cool
now.
vibing with you guys. I love this.
Hey,
Have you ever
I
been
didn't feel
friends with
stressed
a
at all.
skeleton?
I can't wait until TomFawkes starts slamming a frying pan against his desk to simulate his cooking skills. By the way, if he wasn't, he's going to now. I gave him the idea. Get fucked, everyone. No, I'm kidding.
Inception!
My grandma used to tell me you never trust a skinny chef. He's literally just bones.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Mariah's saying, do you need skelly art? And that would be a good... Mariah is a good artist to go to if she is offering her services. Just FYI, she did the Rackling race art. She made Tomato Slime Boy art. God, she's done a lot of art. Shit. Strip-ins, Tontu, and also G-Mart's Lagamon art. So
Yeah, if any IO artists want to draw a cool samurai, hit me up.
yeah, it's Mariah.
I want to be Jetstream Sam.
Mariah's a good choice. You will get some high quality art. But
I'll be in touch, Mariah.
I would love to see how
I
Mariah
will definitely
draws
be
a
getting
skeleton.
some arts
Yeah.
faux show.
Yes. Mark wants art too. Well, chat, everyone wants art. This is session
want the
0.
Rude.
All right. Well, guys, this has been a delight. I'm very excited to be DMing you all. This is gonna be a fun group, and
It's gonna be super fun.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
It's
you guys
gonna-
are so cool.
It's gonna be fucking
I'm
awesome.
cry. I'm
I'm
cry.
excited.
I'm excited. I'm hyped.
Me too.
I'm gonna try to
I've
brainstorm.
honestly, I've been wanting to be a part of a online D&D session again, for so long, and I already feel like this group is gonna be magic.
Yeah.
I'm not,
Yeah, I've been having anxiety to play D&D, but I'm glad I'm doing it.
Yay!
Yeah,
It's gonna
man.
be
Heck
awesome.
yeah!
I was talking to my chat yesterday, and I'm like, chat, I've been feeling like really like washed up this week, and they're like, what no D&D does to a motherfucker. And I'm like, honestly, I can't wait for Brett's Session 0. It's the highlight of my week.
Oh, guys. Well,
So
I promise to do you well the best that I can.
I timestamped this video with the sound effect I'll use for the frying pan hit.
Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and click that real quick. That's it. That's the one. That's the one.
Nice. That's perfect.
That's the one. That's the one. I'll
Every single time.
I just picture.
All right, melee attack.
I'm adding this to my stream deck.
You know
Anyway.
the announcer voice from Cuphead?
Oh
Like
my
I just
god.
pictured when you hit him with the frying pan. Knockout!
Oh, yeah.
Knockout. Oh boy. Does Foundry
funny.
allow sound effects on attacks? I've thought about it and I've decided against it because some of my more hyperactive players would absolutely spam the shit out of that. So I
Yeah.
the chat's gonna give us
Listen, you don't have to call me out like that.
yeah, listen, and then chat's gonna give a stink face to be like, this is really annoying, Brett. And I'm like, it's not my fault, and it's like it technically is.
Please.
Yeah, please. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, also, just letting everybody know that Brett has custom fishing mechanics. So, if we want to go fishing, if you guys are fans of like fishing and MMOs,
I will let you know that in a typical campaign setting, they will be dramatically simplified. But I do have fishing mechanics for, and I can't believe I say this, if there's ever a fishing campaign where a group of people just want to fish and go around the world fishing, I do have mechanics for that.
I can just imagine as you say that,
God.
SciFri's eyes like grow like 20 times the size and they
SciFri.
start wobbling with tears. He's like,
literally,
SciFri just wants to fish.
every time I've played an MMO, like it's literally just been I've spent most of my time fishing.
SciFri just wants to fish.
Listen,
Absolutely
Ribbeye's got to get ingredients somehow.
that's it. We got to get those ingredients. Got to get those
I'm telling
buffs.
you, anglers of Io.
Amazing.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. That is time because I don't want to keep you guys over too late. But thank you. Thank you again.
Thank you, Brett.
I'll see you all May 11th, 4 p.m. EST for session 1. It should be a fun time. And
Someone in Discord said march on fish water.
yeah.
Sounds
All right.
smelly.
Thank you guys so much. Keep in touch and let me know as your character art is developed so that way I can forward over to Bird and be like, please, Discord reaction. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Bird's the best.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, gang. What a good session 0. That's your boy loves good session 0s. Did you have fun? Did y'all have a good time with that session 0? I reckon you did. I got a lot of stuff to talk to you about if you mind staying for a couple of minutes, especially for all the new folks here. First of all, I'm just going to say right off the bat, if you enjoyed what you saw today and you would like to see some IOverse campaigns, welcome. Go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/worldofio. Hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers by year's end. And yeah, there's a lot of great D&D content out there. Now, if you would like to financially support the IOverse, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/worldofio. Some things to look forward to this month. I'm going to have crafting mechanics posted up here real soon. I just need to go and type it out, get it all in book format and send it there. Also, one thing I've been telling people, March on Faewunder is a bit of an experiment of campaigns that we're doing because I am going to be writing a module for this. That's not the one. I had the book art but I'm gonna be writing a module for this. I'm hoping that I'm going to have I want to go ahead and make a digital book. I want to go ahead and do that. Let me go and actually show you guys the cover page, please. please, and thank you. Where are we? This one. So this is the work in progress title screen cover. I'll have the actual cover up soon. But yes, you guys will be able to purchase module, PDF module, and hopefully a physical book. Please, 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 please. So make sure you go ahead and yeah, support the Patreon. We're funding a lot of good artists to make some great art. We already have all the art, I believe, for session 1, and we're just gonna keep working on it. We'll have pre-orders up soon as well. But yeah, it's a bit of a gamble, a thing I wanted to try. I've been wanting to release something. People have been asking me to release actual modules and stuff like that. So please, yeah, by all means, consider supporting the Patreon. A lot of cool stuff. MP3s of that will go up on the Patreon. Music that's being developed will be up on the Patreon as an early access tier, the exclusive $10 tier, and the $20 tier is all the Game Master stuff. So mechanics, things of that nature, like, yeah. So consider supporting, because the Patreon helps me out a ton. And thank you so much for that. This is kind of an out of left field thing. Can we get the book signed? I don't know yet. It depends on. I have nothing against it, but it would depend on the logistics of like how far we're gonna ship around. There'll probably be an extra fee charged with that, just so I can get the book shipped. I can sign, and then we can ship out from there. So maybe. I don't have an answer for that though. This is out of left field, but this month we're sponsored by EveryPlate, and like. Yeah, I know that's weird for a D&D show to say that, but we've been doing cooking streams. We did a cooking stream last Friday. We're doing another cooking stream this Friday. So if you like cooking streams, I'm going to be up there cooking some food. My partner, Masay, will be there, and we'll be making some good food. ! EveryPlate. I'll tell you right now, everyone that signs up, every person that signs up is it helps me out. I get a lovely, yeah, every sign up helps IO and allows us to continue to fund artists, musicians. The fact that we have these logos, these backgrounds, this custom, these custom tracks, custom musics that we're playing, all funded from Patreon, all funded from sponsorships, and this one's no exception. So consider signing up. I'm trying to get one sign up a day. Maybe you'll be the sign up. I would greatly appreciate it if you gave it a looky-loo. And then finally, I don't advertise enough, and I should follow my Twitter. And I don't advertise enough because I apparently don't even have a command for it. I was like, oh yeah, I should probably advertise my Twitter. I have a following on there now. So consider supporting my there. I don't think it doesn't have a UK thing, unfortunately. EveryPlate is American. They don't send there, so that might also be why. But yeah, he will shit if he gets enough followers. So yeah, consider following my general random musings over on the Twitter. And finally, before we wrap things up, I'm going to go ahead and thank everyone that... I'm going to go ahead and thank everyone that subscribed today. Thank you for all the subs, gift subs. We're going to play some ads while we do that. And yeah, thank you for understanding. We're trying to manage the ads so we get them all done before the session even begins, and then we play during breaks so it doesn't autoplay. So that's why if you're looking at intros and you see a lot of ads playing, it's because we're just trying to get our ad time in while not interrupting your lovely content. So again, thank you to everyone who subscribed. Let me go ahead and give this a check. All right, so what do we got here? I'm gonna go over here. Let's go and thank some folks. Hobo1001, thank you for gifting us sub to Mariah Art. Ranger34 of the Spine, thank you for the Prime sub for 6 months. G Dubu, thank you for the 310 bits. Herzog, AI Dill Kasek, thank you for the Prime sub and welcome to the Rack Pack. G Dubu, thank you for 500 bits. Epic Sky, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 24 months, 2 years. That's awesome. Trial Dom, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 6 months. G Dubu coming in for 10 gifted subs, 20 in total. Thank you again. Ali Maria, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Rack Pack. CFA, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 6 months. Megatron, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 3 months. Dead is Spawn, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Rack Pack. Lots of new subs today. I love to see it. The Dragon God of the Old War. Thank you for the tier 1 sub for 5 months. Dragon was stolen. Thank you for the tier 1 sub for 7 months. That name is a story. Tarks, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 30 months. I sell cabbages. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Big Boss Skull Kraka, thank you for the 300-bit cheered. Here we go, lads. A new group and a new venture. Hell yeah. Crispy 1260, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Gifting a tier 1 sub to Omega Sama. Crispy, 1260, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Or gifting a tier 1 sub to Fell Draws. Total Basted, thank you for the prime sub. Recoil, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Rack Pack. Crispy 1260, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Rack Pack. Pseudobite, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 12 months. Else Compa, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 7 months. Sorry for butchering your name. Doc Sable with 10 gifted subs, my boy. Thank you so much for that. Talk Tree, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 5 months. It's Big HB, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 8 months. Kelly Siren, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 3 months. Daniel X71, thank you for the prime sub. KoolySmiley with a tier 1 sub for 3 months. Thank you. Sherlock Hulmes, thanks for the raid, bud. Glad to have you on board. Zinmaster24, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 14 months. Griffin Kitty, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 3 months. Toskin the Man, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 8 months. Disaster Nick coming in with 1,000-bit cheer. Damn! Thank you so much for that. Asgoroth, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 10 months. Dylan Tor, thank you for the prime sub for 2 months. Annalie Games, thank you for the prime sub. Welcome to the Rack Pack. Nike V, thank you for the 5 months tier 1 sub. Eve Arc, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 5 months. Corey at PC, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 3 months. Annie M, thank you for the prime sub for 13 months. Your Savior NR4, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 8 months. Mad Hatter 9876, thank you for the tier 1 sub, and welcome to the Rack Pack. Watt Doof, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 26 months. OJDK, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 3 months. Necronian, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 5 months. Soren 1038, thank you for the prime sub for 9 months. Thadamus, thank you for the prime sub for 6 months. And that's it. Oh, and Android Bishop, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Rack Pack. Mythic Tunic, thank you for the tier prime sub. Welcome to the Rack Pack. And that's it. My God. Thank you for all the love today, guys. I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. EST. We're going to be working out or typing out all the details for IOverse's crafting system. Tomorrow is also a sponsored stream. But what's cool is we'll just be doing every hour. We'll be talking about our sponsor, but we're going to be doing D&D work. So it's going to be business as usual, champs. It's going to be really, really awesome. But yeah, tomorrow's stream is going to be sponsored by Sun Zero Blackout Curtains. They're sending me some curtains. I can't wait to give them a peeky poo. So yeah. Thank you. And then Friday is our cooking stream at 6 p.m. EST. Saturday is our Elden Ring first playthrough finale. So much stuff to do, but it's really good to be back. So thank you again. Oh, I'm sorry. Hobie gifted us 6 months of a tier 1 sub to Mariah. Thank you so much for that 6 months. I was wondering why Hobo said 6 gifted subs, and it's because it all went to Mariah. So yeah. Blackout curtains are awesome. Yeah, I need some curtains for the office, so it was really cool to pick up that sponsorship so I can get some of them curtains. So yeah. All right, gang. This is it. I'm sending you off somewhere. We're passing the good vibes along. I cheated? I don't think that counts as cheating. I think that's hey, that's a good way to go about it. That's some good shit. Who's doing what? You know what? We're raiding Dodger. Dodger's playing, I think, Overwatch 2, but I don't get to ever raid Dodger, so this is the best time to do it. I was going to raid Tomato, but I think Dodger's going to be the one. Because, again, I don't get to raid Dodger that much. Yeah, go on over there. Drop some Brettu Blankies. or BrettUltimus. And yeah, go ahead and get yourself all nice and comfy. Waddle on over there. Be good racks. Be good little racks, yeah? And I'll see you all tomorrow for some D&D works, yeah? Okay. Bye-bye.